Good evening, everyone. Hello. Good evening. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. So happy to see you on day 17 of our 21-day reset. Woo! Come on now. Let's go. It's so good to have a break between some of these impactful lessons. You've done a lot of work. We have done a lot of work up to now. And sometimes we need a little bit of a space. So we took a couple of days gap for you to rest and to journal and to really let some of these new ideas, these new awarenesses, these new activations to sink again. Because when we hear things the first time, they don't process. When we hear things the second time, they may process a little bit, but not quite enough to make an impact. It's when we hear over and over again, when we're activated over and over again, that we are more aware of what the changes are that's happening. Sometimes changes can seem so subtle. They're so impactful, but at the time they're so subtle that we don't notice. It's after consistency of reactivating and going over things over and over again that over a period of time you can look back and say, wow, what was I like at one time? I can't even remember. Welcome back, friends. Day 17. So glad you're here. Let me know. Drop it in the chat. Let me know that you're ready to go. You know what it says. What is it that I'm going to say? We're ready to go deeper. Oh, yes. We are going deeper again tonight on day 17. We are embodying the new values that we have been talking about. We're doing something with them. So, friends, as you're coming on with me tonight, I just want you to sit up, stick your shoulders back, chest open. Woo! Yeah, does that feel going already? Let's lift our chin up a little bit. And I want you to take a nice deep breath with your feet on the ground. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and then release it with strength. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Big breath. Hold it and release. Strong. Okay, let's try that again. With shoulders back, chest open, chin up, smile on your face, because when you look up, you see the glory and you can't help but smile. Take a deep breath in and deep, 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 deep and hold, and then you're going to blow it out with strength. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Release with strength. Woo! Okay, come on. Friends, tonight, as we take this deep breath, today is not about thinking differently. Today is about becoming different. We're not just thinking different, we're becoming different. The old has gone and the new has come. When you step into awareness, when awareness is being made known, you just can't help but see things differently and see everything changes, right? When you change the thing that you look at, the thing that you see, the thing that you look at changes. And it's very, very powerful. So when we're stepping into day 17, embodying the new values for life of purpose, that is what we're doing. We're stepping into a life of purpose. Life isn't just happening. Life is happening purposefully, intentionally, because we're talking about values. When you talk about values, it's all about intention. Remember that exercise that you're the driver of your values? You're the driver of your beliefs. You're the driver, remember? Driver. I'm the driver. I'm the leader of my belief. I'm the leader of my belief. Remember when we anchored that strength within us? That is because we're becoming intentional that you are at the driver's seat of how you are driving your life, and honest and really, really understanding that it's the values that are driving you. And most of the time we don't even realize it up until now you know that it's your values that's driving the ship. But we want to really, really expose it, and I really want to challenge you even deeper tonight, because values, we did this, remember we did this the journaling exercise a couple of days ago, and it made you really think. It made you really sit down and chew on the meat a bit. And values, they aren't words on paper. You began to realize that values are decisions, they're standards, they are the invisible code that's running your life. They were invisible until now, right? Success, freedom, love, security, impact, all these things. But here's the truth: what those have meant to you in the past 5 years may not be serving you today. And you may say, well, how can success, freedom, love, security, impact, those kind of values, how can they not be serving me? Right? How can they not be serving me? But our life ebbs and flows. It changes through the seasons. And friends, here is the honest truth, is that what success means to you and what success means to me can be very different. Not because either one is wrong. Freedom can mean something very different to you than it does to me. And not that either one of us is wrong. It's just we have different lives, right? We have different values. We have different backgrounds. We have different systems. And so we may carry the same value, but it can function very differently for us. And this is what we really want to understand. Hey, everybody, welcome. Glad that you are here. We're chopping down on this. So I'm so glad that you did your homework. I'm so happy and proud of you for showing up continuously for your life. Some of you are still living by values you inherited. Like our values are how we were raised, right? From our parents, from culture, from fear, from survival. There's various ways that we have developed our values and we didn't even realize it. And so today we ask another bold question. Are you ready? And I want you to have your pen and your paper ready through this lesson because you're going to need it, friends. Are your current values aligned with your future self? Or are they protecting your past? Are your current values aligned with your future self, or are they protecting your past? This is a really important question. Remember what I shared at the beginning of this program about my value being freedom and how I found that it worked for me and also worked against me? It's because I didn't have clarity exactly what freedom meant in this time of my life. And so as I've been journaling, I shared last lesson. If you haven't listened to the last lesson, I really, really encourage you to go back and listen to it before listening to this lesson tonight because it's so important. That journaling helps you to have a different perspective, right? We want to journal without judgment. We want to journal without going back into that pain. That's not the purpose of journaling. The purpose of journaling is to get those thoughts that go on around and spin around over and over again, or those feelings and emotions that sit there so heavy that you just don't know what to do. You put them out on a paper and you're able to look from the eagle's eye perspective and see them differently and ask those questions. And so the question that we want to ask from doing the exercise is, are the values that you thought that you had last week, are they serving you in this time of your life? Let me know if you have an answer for that, where we're at right now. And let me ask you if you are questioning the values that you've been holding, or have you been seeing the values as they should be seen? Let me know because I want to hear from you about this so that we can go further and I can really know how to take you and lead you into the next portion of our last few days left on this challenge. Let me tell you a story because stories help us to relate, right? I worked with a woman who believed freedom meant no responsibility, no commitments, no ties, no expectations. She really chased flexibility. You know, if you put her into any kind of restriction or rule or system, she would resist and push back. And, very challenging to coach somebody that just is pushing back. It's because she held on to this freedom value for so long and she thought and believed that it really meant no restrictions, no anything, right? But secretly, she craved stability, deep love, and financial security. Isn't that interesting? Her value was freedom, which she believed the freedom was no commitments, no ties, no expectations. But secretly, she craved stability, deep love, and financial security. Her version of freedom was actually fear in disguise. Wow. Isn't that interesting? Fear of being trapped, fear of being controlled, fear of being hurt again. And until she redefined freedom as choosing powerfully, we're going to flip the coin. We're flipping the coin on this one. Until she redefined freedom as choosing powerfully, making powerful decisions, commitments instead of avoiding. Wow. Commitments instead of avoiding responsibility. Her life stayed fragmented. Listen carefully. I want you to just lean in on this one. Sometimes the value isn't wrong. The definition is. So grab your journal. We're doing some work here. We're doing more work because we're going for deeper, because I'm going for transformation. This is what we're going for. We're digging up those weeds. Remember, the weeds grow faster than the plants, than the seeds. So we want to get rid of these weeds. We want to bring as much awareness in a short period of time so we can go out of the gate as hard as we can. So at the top of the page, I want you to write this. Does this value still serve me? Pick a value that has really stood out to you. Pick out a value that has really stood out to you. Does this value still serve me? If not, how can I redefine it to move me forward? How can I, just like the woman that I was coaching, she had to redefine freedom and what it meant. And I had to learn the same thing. In fact, that woman is me in a lot of many ways. Very, very committed, but very resistant in other areas. I had to redefine it, just like the woman that I coached, just like myself, and maybe just like you. There is a value that you need to redefine so that it can function properly for you. We want truth here. No filtering, okay? Just truth. Now write this. Where did this belief come from? Where did this belief come from? Whose is it? What story am I telling myself about this value? Was it a past failure, a betrayal, a financial setback, a season of survival? Values formed in pain will keep you playing small. So this is why it's really important. If I have a flashlight here, I want you to pretend. Where's my flashlight? I'm flashing the light on that area of your life. We're just flashing the light on it, not for pain, but for awareness. Where was that value first seated? Was it a past failure, a betrayal, a financial setback, a season of survival? Because this is where it's keeping you small. Values formed in pain will keep you playing small. Values formed in vision will expand your life. It'll expand your life. And that's what we want to go for, is expansion, not contraction. Go ahead and write that down. I want you just to take a couple of minutes and do that for yourself. So the first question was, does this value still serve me? If not, how can I redefine it to move me forward. And then I want you to write, where did this belief come from? What story am I telling myself about this value? And was it a past failure, a betrayal? And I'll have the notes for you in the stand store that you can pull off for yourself. Was it a financial setback, a season of survival? So I want to bring this into alignment for you, and I'm just going to use in the example. I'm going to use freedom as an example, okay? I'm going to use freedom as freedom for the example of bringing alignment to your life of where you are and where you're headed. Okay? So I want you to take the value of freedom, whatever that may mean to you right now, but I want you to write these 5 headings. And for any value that you're doing, write that one actually. Go ahead and put your value on that. And I'm just going to use the value of freedom, but I want you to keep it for your value that you are, that you know that you're just really challenging. But then I want you to write these 5 headings: finance, health, relationships, spiritual, and personal growth. Finance, health, relationships, spiritual, and personal growth. These are the 5 areas. These are the 5 main areas. There's many other areas, so we're not restricted to, but these are like the 5 core main areas of fulfillment for a person's life. We can't feed all of our life into one category and live a fulfilling life. There's many aspects to a human being's life feeling fulfilled. So I just picked these 5 things being the main 5 core areas that we want to pay attention to. Okay? Finance, health, relationships, spiritual, and personal growth. Now, these are the questions to ask. In finance, what does it look like for me? What does freedom look like for me in finance? Where in my life in finance will I experience freedom? So for you, maybe somebody else, let me see if anybody's put their value in there for me to see. Whatever it may be, like truth, honesty, integrity, I don't know. Give me something here. But I want you to say, so is somebody putting there something for me? Yeah, it is kind of hard. So you have to take some time. Some people have to take some time to really chomp down on what that is. But do the best you can, okay? Faith, thank you. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So you're taking the area of faith. I'm taking the area of freedom. And you're writing beside finance. In the area of finance, what does it need to look like for me to be living in faith? Patience. In the area of finance, how does that look like for me in living with patience? In the area of finance, what does it look like for me living freedom? And I want you to take that and bring meaning to that. Bring it into your sight, a picture. How does it make you feel? Where are you? What does it mean for you to be living in that? Relationships, in the area of relationships relationship is a means, so it's not a value. Relationships is one of the 5 core areas, but that's not a value. So you want to apply your value into those 5 areas, right? So for finance, what will it mean for me to be living in patience? Like when I'm experiencing living in alignment with my value of patience. I'm living in the alignment of my value of faith. I'm living in that value of freedom. What does that look like in finance? What does that look like when in the area of health? When I'm living that life and I'm aligned with patience. My value is patience, having patience for myself. That's the value that I want to give everything to. Living in this area of patience. What does that look like for me in my area of health? Maybe that means I'm going to have patience for myself by allowing myself to get up 5 minutes earlier. Because 5 minutes earlier is the best place for me to start. I'm going to commit to 5 days of getting up 5 minutes earlier, whatever that may be. But that's living that value of patience. I'm going to be patient with myself in the area of health, right? Did you get my drift with this? In relationships, how will I know that I'm aligned with freedom in the area of my relationships? When I'm aligned in patience with my relationships, what does that look like? When I'm living in faith when it comes to relationships in this year, in the next 6 months, in the next 12 months, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, what does that mean for you? What does that look like living according? Do you see where I'm going with this? The purpose driven life, that purpose of value of these are things that are important to you. And what looks like faith to you may look like faith differently to me, or patience to you may look different for me. That's why it's your value that you are choosing to allow you to steer your life forward. But you have to have an idea of what that looks like, what that feels like, what that means for you. This is powerful stuff, because when you get a handle and an understanding of it, it changes everything about how you conduct your life. We talk about goals, and people don't set goals according to what drives them forward, of their values and their purpose. They're setting goals with no intention or no emotional. Remember, when we put an emotional attachment to it, it anchors us, it moves us forward. So with these values, that is what we're doing. That is what we're doing. So you go through those fun things in spirit, in my spiritual walk, having patience for me. What does that look like in my spiritual walk? Connecting with God, connecting with myself, connecting, with others that are like-minded, that I, connect myself with, right? Exactly. You got it. Yes, Val, you got it. Exactly. In the area of finance, if I'm having patience, what does that look for me when I'm having patience for myself, aligning to that value? Exactly. You got it. Got it. Perfect. Thank you for sharing. Marlene, you go at it. Pick an area of the 5 of faith and express to me what that looks like, what that means for you walking in alignment with that value in one of those 5 areas. Sometimes movement is too slow, but it requires more patience. So, okay, so if it seems like you're losing the patience, maybe it's because you haven't set the next mark for yourself. Maybe it's like, okay, I've done this now. I've gotten myself committed for 5 days, getting up 5 minutes earlier, and I did that. Amazing. I'm so proud of myself. Now, the next week, I'm going to get up 10 minutes earlier. You're going to set another mark that is possible, whatever works for you. And yes, it may feel small. Remember, it looks like you're not making any movement at all, but doing repeatedly over and sticking to the commitment that builds your confidence, that you look back and say, wow, a month ago, I didn't get up until 7:30. And now I'm up at 6:45 or 7 o'clock. That's amazing, because you have something to measure to, because you're giving yourself some marks and you're aligning yourself to that value. So everything is lining up. The reward of patience is. Do you actually know what the reward of patience is? When you add patience turns into perseverance. It's very powerful, actually. In the Bible, it talks about when we add to our faith. Actually, I love these. They're all like really cool values. They're biblical values, really. But when we add to our faith, we add, and there's like a ladder. There's like a growth that takes place when we're adding to our life. And that's what you're doing. When you add patience, you're actually adding perseverance, which is really cool. It's absolutely super, super cool. Yeah. Question mark. It's true. When you add patience and you see yourself, how you've grown in confidence because you've been able to stay committed, you're like, oh, I can do this. So when you're doing that, it encourages you. It encourages your soul, it encourages your life, it encourages what you're what you're moving forward towards, what you're building in your life. And then you're like, I can do this. Then your belief in your faith grows because you're setting marks and you're setting stones. It's powerful. I promise you. So patience doesn't equal patience. Patience equals perseverance. It's amazing. It is so cool. It really, really is. And I will have to, I will say, add to your life. Let me just look this up right now. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I should, uh, it's going to tell me in just a second here. Dee, 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 dee. Let's see. Okay. I'm reading from Second Peter 1, 5 to 7. For this very reason, make every effort. This is actually so cool and so fitting, and it's not even in my script, but it's powerful, and you just can't get away from it because it's real, okay? So, this very reason, make every effort to add to your faith goodness, and to goodness, knowledge, and to knowledge, self control, and to self control, perseverance, and perseverance, godliness, and to godliness, mutual affection, and mutual affection, love. And some translations use patience to say for perseverance. So different translations will say different things, but it means the same. So we're adding to our life, we're growing in it. Okay. So in health, where am I being patient? What does that look for myself? I know as I'm adding patience, I'm adding growth. My life is changing. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. This is why you want to do it. It's movement. So in relationships, so we'll go through that. In finance, freedom is it control? Is it security? It's security without anxiety. And in health, is it energy? Is it strength? Movement without limitation? In relationships, is it boundaries, authenticity, love without shrinking? In spiritual, is it peace? Is it purse? Is it clarity? Like, what is it that you're looking for? Why do you want that value? And what will it mean for you to grow in those areas? So it's not just even enough. I want to be patient for myself. Why? What will it mean for you to grow and to be aligned in patience in these areas of your life? You have to be able to answer this to be able to drive your life. You are the driver of your life. In personal growth, is it the freedom to fail, to expand, to evolve without shame? This was really massive for me when I got to understand what freedom meant in all these areas of my life. So, write in every area of your life what patience means, what faith means. What does that mean to walk in that? What does that mean for you? Not what it means for other people. What does it mean for you? And rate each one that of those categories from 1 to 10. And ask yourself, how aligned are your current behaviors with your new definition? So when you get this definition, when you get this clarity through this exercise, and promise me that you're going to do it, I know that you're going to because it's so powerful that, like, why would you not? How could you not? All right. How aligned are you with your current behaviors, with your new definition, of value? So patience is going to look different. Faith is going to look different according to how you apply it to these areas of fulfillment for your life. And this is not condemnation. Yeah, not to be scared to put out money. Good. That is investing in yourself, right? In your purpose, in your dreams, what it is that you're going after. Yes. Yes. That discomfort that you feel, it's not failure. It's awareness. And awareness is power. Awareness is power. It's being able to see from the eagle's eye view. So I want to, share with you that, God doesn't look at with you with judgment. He never does. He likes to shine things on our life, make us aware so that we can draw closer to the purpose life that we have to live. And you get to decide because you are the driver of it. But until we make the unconscious, the subconscious conscious, they will drive our life and we'll call it fate. And it's really irresponsible for us to do that, right? Because how are we going to give the gift of potential back to God, fulfilling that potential by not looking at these things? We want the very best, right? Okay, so I want you to sit up, feet planted, chest lifted, breathe deep. Let's go. It's work time. It's embodying. Boop, 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 boop. It's activating. Boop, 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 boop. It's pressuring. I like making movement because when I move my body, those old beliefs have to leave. Things have to leave that are not meant to stay there any longer. The old is gone. Let's just wave the old off. Yeah, let's go. Come on. And the new has come. We're dressing a little bit differently. We're sitting up a little taller with our chest out, shoulders back, chest out, chin up, and you just have to smile to get the glory on your face, right? So let's breathe deep. And I just want to invite you to close your eyes for a moment. Just let a nice breath out, keeping your eyes closed and relaxed and your feet on the floor. Close your eyes for a moment and see yourself living these new definitions. Friends, see yourself making financial decisions from strength, not scarcity. See yourself choosing health because you value vitality. See yourself communicating clearly because you value truth. See yourself walking with spiritual confidence. See yourself expanding because growth is now your standard. It's your standard. You just can't help it but grow. And now I want you to repeat after me with a loud, powerful voice, okay? I don't want you to be timid in this moment because I can't see you. I can't hear you, but you need to hear you. You need to let everything know. I want you to net God and his entire universe that's working for you, your good. Let him know that you are serious, okay? Whatever you believe. I love you, okay? But I want you to have to really move with intention and move with activation. So repeat after me. I choose my values. I define them consciously. I live them daily. Oh, yeah. Come on. Stay seating up, chest out. Don't let me move it with your eyes closed. I am intentional. I am becoming the future I declared. Say it again, and I want you to say it a little bit stronger. Let it move you through your body. Let your eyes stay closed and visualize how you look, how you feel as you're saying it. Allow yourself to really feel this moment. I choose my values. I define them consciously. I live them daily. I am aligned. I am intentional. I am becoming the future I declared. So good. Let it feel in your body. Let's feel it. Allow yourself to feel it. And now let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. Transformation is not emotional. It's not emotional inspiration. It's a daily reinforcement. We are renewing our minds, friends, okay? That old thoughts, the old patterns, they're still there, but we need to silence them. We need to quiet them down. So it's a daily reinforcement. So here's your homework starting tomorrow morning. When you wake up, I want you to get up, stand up tall, stick your chest out, take 3 deep breaths. And I want you to speak your personal value statement out loud or whenever you choose it. I stand in my morning gate. This is what I do in the morning. So I make these declarations and I stand at my morning gate and I welcome my morning and I declare my morning. I take a hold of it because I'm the driver. I'm the driver of my decisions. I'm the driver, of my creativity. I'm the driver of what happens to me in my day. Yes, so good. Not to be scared to put out money. That's right. So you take that. Speak your personal value statement out loud. I move with discipline. I choose courageousness. I choose courageous conversations. I honor my body. I operate from abundance. Whatever it is that you're aligning your value to, I want you to align it with truth. And at night, this is more. At night, celebrate one action that honored your values. One action that honored your values. Then declare how you will raise your standard tomorrow. You're building. You're building on what it is that you are changing about your life. So you're going to be patient, but I want you to set a building mark from what you do. And again, this needs to be reinforced, reactivated every single day. So I'll send you the sheet so you have it to practice because I really want you to really build on this truth, build on this strength. Some of you are saying, I feel so much better since I've been in this challenge. Since we started this challenge, my life is shifting. My mind and my thoughts are getting clearer. I feel more energy. And that's exactly what this is meant to do. This is a clarity challenge. It's a clarity and awareness challenge. So if you're feeling better, if you're feeling like you're making quicker decisions, if you're challenging things in your life, that's exactly where you want to be. It's not easy, but it's life-giving. And I celebrate you for doing that. So evening integrity check. Did you live up to what you said you were going to do? Did you do it? Right? We want to continue on and building on that forward. This is how CEOs are built. This is how you are building your life. Growth is not about chasing more. It's about becoming aligned. So when your values and actions match, momentum, it's becoming natural to you. You're like in a month from now, you're not even going to recognize yourself. Momentum is your natural. Growth is your natural. Your income is rising. Relationships are deepening. Confidence stabilizes. Leadership strengthens. This is a stirring message. And I'm looking forward to cheering you on over these next few days. So stay with me and I'll see you again tomorrow night for day 18. Good night, friends. Thanks for staying with me. Thanks for fighting for you. I love you. I bless you. I just, I bless you. I bless the Father's peace and confidence and pleasure to be upon you as you sleep in abundance and rest in peace. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow night, friends. Good night.